Hi, my name is Stephanie Jones. I'm the Vice President of HR and Organizational Development at Clearwater Marine Aquarium. So I'm responsible for all staff, volunteers, and interns in the organization. So whether that is out at recruiting fairs or just doing interviews and hiring. Well, we're looking for somebody that's in a bachelor's program at a minimum, sometimes a master's program, depending on what department they want to go into. And what we're looking for is someone that is at least a sophomore or above. I always recommend volunteer experiences. It does make your resume stand out, and it doesn't necessarily have to be with us at Clearwater Marine Aquarium, but there's volunteer opportunities at the Seabird Sanctuary, for example. There's so many different organizations that have volunteer time that you can put in, and that volunteer time translates to marketable skills when you're going to go apply for a job. Communication is a big one. This last time for our spring internships, 3 weeks after the deadline had closed and after we'd already picked all of our interns, 3 people emailed me back. After getting 4 emails from me saying, hey, we've reached out to you and you haven't responded. So communication is big, but that's just not only in like email, but also communication among the teams within the interview. I oftentimes, when I go out to schools and talk to candidates or do resume reviews or mock interviews, I find that they don't necessarily have an elevator pitch where they can talk about how they can benefit the organization. So that elevator pitch is actually a skill, believe it or not. So developing what are your top things that you're good at and how does that help the organization? That's all part of the communication. Interpersonal communication through emotional intelligence. So really understanding their own emotions and understanding how they respond to situations. What are their triggers? This internship is a lot of stress. And with that stress, that 40 hours a week, it becomes an emotional intelligence piece. And then conflict. So being able to not create conflict, but being able to resolve conflict in a professional manner is a big skill. We actually teach that for our interns in their orientation day. They oftentimes forget that within a couple weeks. We have 3 seasons. We do fall, spring, and summer. They fall right in line with school in the area. For example, the summer internship, the deadline to apply is March 1st. No one will hear from us until that deadline to apply. So on March 1st, I will then review all of the resumes that we've received to make it fair. I don't do it in advance. I don't pick people in advance. Based on what's in that resume, I will make a decision on where they're going, which department. I have about a 90% accuracy rate on the departments liking them, so I'm pretty proud of that. I'll send them to those departments, and then those departments will pick which ones they want to interview. They can only turn down an interview for 2 different reasons. 1, it's not a relevant major, or 2, not relevant experience. We set up a sign-up genius for the departments. We send that out to the people. They then pick up the times that they want to interview. Once they interview that night, their team will tell me yes or no, and we'll send offer letters the next day. Well, the title on the resume is huge. I've had Dolphin Lover 126. Doesn't help me identify who that is. However, I've also had some swear words in the title on a resume. And then I've had resume number 17. So the title on the resume is huge to us. Also, there's only about the top third of the resume that the recruiters are going to look at. And so really making that top third stand out. I talked about elevator pitch. We'll put in that elevator pitch right there. Tell me why we should hire you. Everybody's going to ask them that. If you just answer, I'm hardworking and I'm dedicated, it's not going to make you stand out. But instead, you have to have researched the company, figure out what are the problems the company's facing, and then figure out how you can help resolve those problems for the company. And that's what you have to put in that elevator pitch. So for us, because it's mostly marine biology or biology majors, some people are research or environmental science, we're really looking for someone that has lab work experience, field work experience, and then if they're going to like the marine mammal program, did they take some psychology classes? Are they familiar with what operant conditioning is? If they're going into the animal husbandry departments, have they taken animal husbandry classes? Those will all make your resume stand out. Don't be afraid to take a chance. Somebody's career is not going to be the pathway that you think it's going to be. What I love about our internships and our volunteer experiences is it's an opportunity to decide if this is really what's for you. Wouldn't it be better to determine that, hey, I don't necessarily want to be a marine biologist after you've done an internship versus after you've started this career? My advice is don't be afraid to take a chance, but to also be open to new possibilities and opportunities, because the internship is also going to open some doors and some introductions for you. We are a nonprofit, so as a nonprofit, education is a huge piece for us. Most of the time, the education department is actually doing marine biology fieldwork. So sometimes people will say, oh, it's just summer camp. I'm just, taking care of little kids. You're not. You're doing marine biology fieldwork and teaching little kids about it. A big part of our mission is to inspire the next generation of conservationists.